Welcome guys to Dwarf Fortress Friday. My name is DasTactic, world of the channels. I say channels because we're on Twitch and on YouTube. Sort of streaming on both at this stage, and we're going to be sort of building our minecart system today. So that will be sort of the main focus, I hope, of what we do today. We've got a bit of experimenting to do, a little bit of other bits and pieces, etc. So this is ultimately where we're going to end up with the minecarts coming into the fortress, ultimately. And where else have we got it? Hang on, just go and click on all this stuff. I think we're okay. I just clicked in the wrong area, so I'm hoping that that's not impacting the stream at all. Everything looks okay. All right, so this is ultimately just where we're going to end up with our minecarts, and I'm just building a little test area down in here to start with. Now there is a way to make the minecart go even faster. What we did last time was to set this little minecart system up where it starts here and travels along this route and then finishes up there. When it finishes up, they're then told to go and just move it across to here again. So it's just purely a loop. Hi Began, how are you going? Yeah, Began, I was thinking. Where are you? You're just a planter. I think we need to give you a dangerous job. If you're up for it. Are you up for it? I think we've got to have, because you haven't really featured, and normally you're very, very happy as well. So there's no problems. There we go. Yes, please. All right. What choices have we got? Because you haven't featured much in this run, and normally there's all sorts of stuff happening around you. And I thought last time, I've got to get Began into a better position than what's actually happening in through here. So what we'll do is we'll just go back in and to get this one, I think we can go back and get this one back to the back to its just here in the bedroom layer. Yeah, feels lonely, but still really happy. Anyway, so yeah, we'll do that one. Hi, Klingzog, how you going? Nice t-shirt. Yes, there's my Dwarf Fortress shirt. It's funny, my granddaughter absolutely loves it, and I've sort of only just started sort of wearing it around with her around, and it's she's only 3, but she keeps on. She wants me to do all the faces of all the characters that are on the t-shirt itself. Thanks for the subscription there, Atomic Ant. Very, very much appreciated. So what we'll do is we'll just go back and ditch the name here. I think we can just, if we just get rid of it, I think it just goes back to its original. There we go, Sigan, there we are. So let's find a better character. So what do we have? We've got in our military, we will have a quick look and see. So we have that one there in the military and that one there. We've got 2 of them. A mace dwarf and a swords dwarf, so they're available, but let's have a look and see who else there is as well. I'll just leave that one. I'll just go back to the squads. So that's one choice. I have it on a hoodie, and it's great for any thinking of the Daz loot. Yeah, thanks for that. It's sort of it's funny. It's like, yeah, it's just it's probably, I don't know. It's like, for me, I find it hard to sort of make out all the things, but as a collective, it sort of works out fairly well. But yeah, my granddaughter absolutely loves it. She just when you're trying to do something, she turn around and start looking at the shirt, and she just stops doing whatever she's doing to try to figure out what's going on. So there are a few sort of zombies and stuff like that on it, which I've sort of got to pretend that they're just things crawling around to make it sort of child friendly. Anyway, the nobles. What do we have in the nobles? We've got a dungeon master. Probably won't have much to do with the dungeon until things start to ramp up. Yeah, so I think we're back to military actually. I think military is going to be the goal here. So now of the 2 that are there, if that works for you, Began, you can have whoever you want in the fortress essentially. So so we're just doing a swap over for Began's name. If you're sort of watching, Began normally is somebody who gets into a lot of trouble in the fortress, and that can be even miners. I think we've got I think all the miners have been named, but yeah, let's just go back to the squads and just go and have a look. So we've got Zasset, and E-Rush. Now, both of these, Zasset looks like, what we can do is have a quick look and see what Zasset and E-Rush are doing. If we just go back and have a look at their characters. So, just go back into the names, and I'll start with Zasset. Mace Dwarf individual combat skill. If we just go and have a quick look at these dwarves. So tired at this stage because of the fighting that's going on through here. So it's a she in this case. Agile, not musical, high stamina, which is good. High Master Trapper. Let's just go to combat skills. Legendary Observer. That's high. Great fighter. Professional discipline. Expert Mace Dwarf. I think this is a good one. Fistfire saying redeeming a custom reward. Okay. Well, I'll give this one to Began, and that's a good fighter. Adept Dodger. These are high numbers. These are really high numbers. Really should be in charge. This one should be in charge of the military. Well, you'll be the one that promoted out of the group, I think. So we'll give you this one. So this will be Began. Began the Mace Dwarf. Just double check that actually did. Yep, Began's in there now. And E-Rush should be in here as well. There we go, E-Rush there. And so this one, when we have a look at the skills and combat, oh, this one's actually up there as well. Expert Swords Dwarf, level 8. Our military is really kicking on here. Got a few little things like kicking and stuff, which is not really great. Novice Spear Dwarf, but it's now an Expert Swords Dwarf. So we would have brought this one in because of spear abilities, but just through the training, they've actually gone to level 8. These are really strong. This one's organising a striking demonstration, so sort of again is fairly high. So this was, I'm guessing all of our guys will be like this now. So this is going to be Fistfire. Fistfire, the Swords Dwarf. Okay, so they're now everyone's been named in the squads. We'll have a quick look at Atomic Ant as well. Atomic Ant has got a copper. There it is there. This one is the Militia Commander. Let's have a look at the skills here. Yeah, they're all up there, aren't they? Master Fighter. These are getting really, really good. Level 5 in armor and 4 in shield. So they're getting better and better. This is good stuff. Legendary Observer. I don't know what the Observer mode actually does. So anyway, there we go. So there's our squad now all named and ready for action. We might send them out actually and do some raiding at some point. I sort of need to get like a second squad started soonish, I think. And I don't know what I'll actually make of them. I'll probably make them into crossbow dwarves or something. But if they do leave, we can just lock the fortress down at that point. So where are we? We're early winter. So yeah, autumn's just come. The dwarven caravan has left. We've still got stuff sitting through here in the trade depot waiting to be picked up. So that's all okay. All right, so that's fine. We'll just go back to the squads. I'll close that one off until we actually have a need. We'll just quickly race through all of the hostiles on the map, just see if there's anything that they're all zombies. They're all outside, underground at this stage. If there's anything above ground, we just need to be aware of that. So that's actually our biggest issue is the above ground, and it looks like they're all pretty much just below ground. Heaps and heaps of them. Yeah, there we go. Back to the start again. Okay, so that's all fine. Just get rid of that. Commit Abbott. Make rock door. So we're just making more and more stuff. I don't think we've got any real needs in the fortress. Like it's, we do have a few dwarves that are very, very unhappy. Might have a quick look to see who they are. And just if there's anything we can do to sort of to fix it up, we've had there are some things in Dwarf Fortress where you just can't fix them, and in that case I just cheat. But with only 4 in this bottom layer, if I just go and sort by that, and then click again, so we've got the spinner, dwarven child, smelt hematite, Cygnus cyclothea, and attending a meeting, the cheesemaker. So I don't know what they're doing. These guys throw rubbish away, so they've got a special job to do there. Maybe we'll just have a quick look at one of them. Let's get Cygnus because it's named. And unmet need, pray to Lish. Now they've got the opportunity to pray to Lish. Okay, so feeling self-pity after being away from family, self-pity after being away from friends, dejected after being unable to pray to Lish. Now that's not really a problem. So Cygnus should be able to do what it needs to do. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the issue is there. Anyway, let's get to our other layer, which is below here, I think. Or is it above here? It's above here. So I've put this into where we're sort of, this is more just a test area for the minecarts. If I just let the game go, we can have a quick look and see what the minecart system is actually, how it's working. We do have a roots, like a roots area in the in through here, which is here. So set hauling routes for minecarts, and so we've got test route 01 is this particular route. I'll just have a look and see what's actually happening through here. It's set again, so at a stop to this route, minecarts will move between stops when conditions are satisfied, and then there's also assign a minecart to this route. Only one vehicle can operate on each route, so we've already done all that. So we have the minecart. It's at stop 1. The assigned vehicle is at this stop. It's then got to set the minecart decide by the minecart at this stop. Items must be in a linked stockpile. So if we just go and click on that one, we can then just tell it, and I've just told it to try to pick up some stone at this point in time. So I'll just go and just right click from that one. So that's what it's going to be trying to pick up. Link a stockpile to this stop, and in this case we don't have anything at all, which is fine. Then we actually have conditions for the minecart is going to be push off to the east immediately, always, and essentially it's just going to go like no matter what the load is, it's just going to go and do this one immediately. So push off, so it's essentially like there's no delay. Push it off from there, travelling east is the direction that we actually have through that side. And this is actually the percentage, and then essentially with that one there we've got the plus and minus. And that's it really. So with that one there we can actually sort of change, I don't know what that is. Not sure what the why that's sort of showing that coming off the loop. But essentially you end up with just a loop. Hi Tenru, how are you going? So we ultimately need to build a minecart system from the top of the fortress down to the bottom of the fortress, and it's fairly easy to do it. But the trouble is just how fast the minecart will get going as it starts to go down hills, and that's the big drama is the fact that it can really start to accelerate. We can either power it, or we can just have it through gravity. And I'm thinking we just have it through gravity, but there is a way to make it go fast by fudging things. So let's go and try that. So I think it still works. It sort of was a bit of an exploit in through here. So this is the conditions. We can keep on adding conditions back into this other side. So just go and click on done. So that one's now just what it's going to then go and do. We can name the stop if we wanted to. It's just stop 1, stop 2 at this point in time. And then when it gets back to this particular stop, if we go and have a look at this stop number 2, again, setting the items, there's nothing much through there. Nothing in that one. It's just going to be right east immediately, always at most 100%. So once it stops at the next stop, somebody jumps into it and just rides it towards the east again to then reset it. So it's just literally a loop at this point in time. So we can make it fairly intricate, but if I unpause it, unpause the game, I'll just go and ditch that one. somebody will come. Now that's all right. So we had a full moon, so there was actually we have a were llama in the main room inside a terrarium, and it's just it keeps on. It's now transformed back into just being a goblin. So that's all okay. We'll just let them happen. Here it comes. So pushes it off, and it will just go around the loop. Stop, and then somebody will then come and reset it, and they'll ride in it. So just now wait. Why are you going so slowly? Oh, because you're putting a coffin there. And see, it went for a ride in it. So we can actually transport dwarves around in it, or we can transport goods around in it. All right, so let's now stop what's happening in through here. So we'll just go and, you got friction in through these other sides as well to try to stop the minecarts. But what we want to do is try to get it accelerating. And so there is a way to do it where you end up with essentially where it comes off a ramp. And so if we build, I forget exactly how to do this. I might have to look it up because it's been a little while since I've actually done this one. Hi Sigismundo, how you going? Just double check everything in through here. Again, our guys are just sparring away. So with the minecart system, there is a way to do it where you end up with a like a ramp that sort of it ends up sort of coming off the ramp, and you can I'll just see if I can find it. Just bear with me. Dwarf Fortress Wiki. Minecart. Tool for hauling, blah, blah, blah. So it's fairly complex. So yep, you need to construct stops on the track where the minecart will start and stop. We've done all that, so we've got all that sort of stuff happening. Now I'm using wooden minecarts just so that if someone gets hit by it, it's not going to absolutely crush them. So so that's the other thing here. This is the weight. So essentially, it's like you got oaken minecarts, iron, copper, etc. So these are weights of different carts. So they go from iron is actually less than the copper, which I wouldn't have thought, but that's the way it works. So a little bit less with what it actually does have. So this is actually 28. Still whatever the symbol is there, but so it's a lot less to actually have the wooden minecarts, which is what we have. So oh, there we go, Glumprong, Electrum. Yeah, that's okay. Just leave that one through there. Creating tracks, ramps. The carving of natural ramps is a little bit more confusing. To carve a two-way ramp on a track on a ramp, natural only, does not work on constructed ramps. You must designate the track starting on the ramp and one square. Okay, that's just telling you how to build them. So we don't have to worry about that one so much. The hauling route, the stop, stockpile, departure conditions. Track stop must not to be confused with a route stop. Is an optional single tile construction serves two purposes. First, it can cancel a minecart's momentum in order to slow it down, which we'll need to do. So they're the yeah, we can just put these wherever we like to just try to keep it consistent. Art of Stuttering has redeemed a custom reward. Okay, preferably craft that works with wood or metal, please. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've got a really good armor smith. I think I'll have a look in just a second. Now this is a step-by-step tutorial, just sort of showing the bits and pieces of how to go and do it, the stops, etc. We've done all of that. Troubleshooting. Danger, yep, it's okay. They can really get some speed up. Advanced usage and automation. Okay, so more on track stops, automated propulsion roller. So the roller is a powered machine. So this is actually something where we're requiring a mechanisms and a rope. So the roller is actually, if we do actually have power in the fortress, we can actually power the portions of the cart that way, but that's not really what we want to be doing. So I'm not going to worry about that one. Impulse ramps is the one I want. Carts have been given momentum without rollers at changing Z level by exploiting a design oversight in a phenomenon called impulse ramps. Ramps don't usually impart any downward velocity, even when making carts descend. There is no basic rolling downhill acceleration effect. Oh, there's not. I thought there was. However, a track ramp, which has at least one wall fortification, one wall, and exactly one other connection. So a track ramp, which has at least, just read that again. So you has at least one wall/fortification and exactly one other connection, will always accelerate a cart towards the other connection. A track ramp which has at least one wall fortification and exactly one other connection will always accelerate a cart towards the other connection, no matter where the cart enters the tile from. If a track ramp faces 3 directions, then 2 of these directions need to be facing walls for the cart to be accelerated. So there is an example where we've got walls down through there, we've got normal track is there, and then we've got the northeast track ramp. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. You need to go from a wall to then accelerate it off. So you actually need to change your the way it sort of then goes and works. And so these are, you can just make an upwards spiral alternating impulse ramps and regular up ramps. It takes no power, is quick and cheap to build, requiring only channeling and track carving. So the cart goes up fast, but not so fast that it launches its contents. Examples of impulse elevators. So this is Z1, it's Z0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3. And even higher in through this one again as well. This is what we're going to have to build to get the cart essentially moving along. So we have the, so when it comes up, now that's a down ramp there. Down ramp, yeah, empty space. So essentially it's empty space through there. So which way is it moving up? Well, it's actually moving, this is a loop. So this is this is just a very, very small loop. It's, what's that, just a 5 by 5 loop. So this is a nice little way, and we'll do a test one of exactly this, I think. This is even smaller, but this 5 by 5 for me actually works fairly well. So I think we'll actually build that one through there. Yeah, it's sort of, we'll test that one along, but we can test it also just going along a straight ramp. So let's go and do that. So let's go back to our, it probably seems a bit convoluted. I'm going to start it here because we have walls here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to accelerate it from this point into this other side. So if I just go back into here and just go into smoothing, I can get rid of the track there, and I think that will then work. I think that getting rid of the tracks, got a gap in the smooth wall. Yeah, that's okay. Yep, no, it's not going to. I think I have to smooth this one off again, just to sort of get rid of it. I think that's a way to get rid of tracks. So I'll just have a quick look again, just see, because it's been a little while. Controlling traffic, quirks, physics, numbers behind the scene. God, there's a lot of information in here. It's just so cool. Skipping, that's okay. Corner detail, corner ramp derail. Yep, that's okay. Stacking. Yeah, we've got some layouts there, which will be fine. It's elevators. It's the minecart elevators is essentially what we're trying to build. It's what we're going to need to do from the bottom of the fortress all the way up. This one's powered when we don't need it powered. So we don't want it to be. So we'll actually just smooth this out. Then I can sort of build a ramp that sort of moves off this way. And so if it then goes along and then hits this one coming from the wall, I think that will then sort of mean that it will then accelerate off. Let's just see what actually happens here. I'm just going to go and turn off the root. So if we just go back down to our roots again, this one through here, and test root. Now I can actually just go and change stop number 1. So I'm just going to go back into this other side and just tell it to push off immediately. Push off immediately when full of any items. So it has to be full of the items to be able to push it off. I'll just do it that way and sort of see how we go. Or I can even do it. I can do it the other way, where I just go and add in like lots and lots of days. We can just change it. So I'll just get, say, 30 days. Done. All right. So that way it won't be pushed off until we've sort of got it all built. So somebody will just come and smooth this out for us. It should get rid of the track. Right, so we no longer have a track underneath here. Again, I want to double check that we don't have any problem with anything that's going on with fighting. So really just want to make sure that there's, because we now have 55 hostiles on the map. Let's just see if anything is above ground. So we've now got extras. No, it looks like they're all just below ground. Right, this is a reanimating biome. Anything that dies basically comes back to life, so it's quite dangerous outside. We might even send our military out to just fight some of these things a little bit, actually, at some point. But anyway, we'll just go back to where we were. Actually, it was up, wasn't it? It was in here. So this one here, what I need to now go and do is to go and set up the track carving of the minecart. So I'm just going to go in and I think I can just do it by literally just dragging from there to there. So let's just see how that one goes. And so this will then allow us to start to figure out how we can then get some acceleration just through fudging things along. So we go back to our, if I go from there up, no, that's not going to do it. How do I carve from that one in? Carving tracks in the floor. I forgot how to have it so that it moves off in a certain direction. That's not what I want. All right, we'll have to, do I need to put an actual wall in there? I just can't remember how to do this. Go back and have a look again. Does it have any examples of accelerating? Okay, not really sort of showing that one through there. I should have read this before I started, I guess. Okay, we've got the wall through there, normal track. Corner ramp rail. So how do we do it? It's not telling us how to do it. Non-curving tracks do not correct this. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, you have ways to stop things as well, which is fairly cool. But how do we stop this? Controlling traffic that's switching. Yeah, these are the impulse ramps. So I need to figure out how to dig it from there. I was stuttering. I'll give you your reward fairly soon. I'll just get this one just see if we can figure this one out. Rollers. That's nothing much there. Track stops. Not sure how to get it to run into the edge. So she just fairly just craft it. The carving of natural ramps is a little bit more confusing. To carve a track onto a ramp, natural only, does not work on constructed ramps. You must designate the track starting on the ramp and one square beyond. So maybe I'll have to construct it. Constructed. Okay, the track and ramp must be constructed together as a track ramp. So to construct the back menu, when constructing track ramps, the stated direction should be the same. Right, so it looks like I have to construct it. So let's just quickly try that one. So I'll just go and ditch that, and we'll just go back into our construction here menu here. Constructions, tracks. Make this out of bauxite. It didn't change the direction, did it? Cancel that construction. Cancel that construction. If I go and so that's not actually working. I've really actually am a bit lost as to what to do here, because I need to make it go from there into that way. That again. Okay, so constructions, tracks. Can't find path. If I go that one there. Just can't do it. It's got the track east there, so it wants to make it that one through there. Elephant Man saying needs to be a floor. I don't think so, because it is just a floor. Like, so that's actually it is on the ground here. No, I don't know why. It just wants to build it in the different way. I'll have to see what I can do again, just in here. How do we make it so that it goes into the wall? Sorry guys, I've forgotten how to do this. It's convoluted, carved, constructed. So tracks must be constructed as a track ramp. The track and ramp must be constructed together. Okay, so when constructing track ramps, the stated direction. Oh, okay. So I think I need to go and set that up first. For example, a track going from east to west would require starting from a track ramp east-west, and a wall behind the ramp. All right, let's try that. Let's try that. So we need to ditch those, and we'll try first of all constructing a ramp. So we just go into the constructions, ramp. Make that one out of bauxite. And I don't know if I have to wait for that one to be built. Let's just see if we can now build a... yeah, I think we do. Let's just go and get that one built. So it's now built itself a ramp. And now we'll go and build the track stop on top of that. Nah, still not doing it. I'm actually completely lost as to what to do here, guys. Yeah, I don't know. How do we make it the direction? That's blocked. Cancel that construction. Yeah, really unknown here. Remove the wall north and build track, then remove. Yeah, it's. I shouldn't have to do that though. I shouldn't have to do it. I don't think I have to construct the wall. But you may be right. That may be the only way we can actually go and do this. Let's go and get somebody to remove that one and just give it a test. Actually, while we're doing this, I'll just quickly go and see who we have available. So we've got miners. We do have an abbot, so that one's available. But if you do want somebody in particular that we have, I think we've got a fairly good. You've got a metalsmith in through this other side. So we quickly can see what this one's got. Skills: furnace blacksmith, only level 2, so not very high. Metalsmith, armorer. I'm watching a milling demonstration, so this one's fairly happy. Great armorsmith. Here we go. So I'll give you this one here. So that's going to be the art of stuttering. There we are. So that one's done. And we're now just going to go back to that other one. F5 and down. No, F up. So we'll try this one and just sort of see how this one works. Is that one jewel encrusted? Yeah, it is. Good. Actually, I'll let these sort of do what they're doing. All right, let's now try it again. I may have to do it this way. So this unfortunately is going to be a bit of a pain in the bum. Well, unfortunately, I think it's the only way we can actually go and do it. So we'll let that one be developed. Okay, so then we remove this one. Actually, probably could get rid of that one right from when they start to build it. Actually, so we can sort of save ourselves a little bit of time in that sense. Just not going to get rid of it. Construction menu. There we go. We'll just remove that one and put a wall in there in its place, and then that should accelerate this thing around a lot. All right, and then we'll pop the wall back in there. it's raining abhorrent goo outside. There we go, we're making good stuff in here. There we go. So that now should accelerate our track. So let's now just go and see what actually happens here. So we've got the ramp underneath, we've got the wall on the side, and we're going from the wall back to here. So this will then just sort of go across, hit this, and then should accelerate very, very quickly off this ramp, is what we hope will actually happen. And we'll end up probably building one of those little 4-story things that we could see back down there, the 5x5s. So we'll sort of start to figure this one out. So let's just go in and with that one there, we'll just go back to our track stop and change this one to 0. Done. So somebody will come. Run out of lignite again. Now what we want to do here is just I'm just going to do this one point by point, so full stop at a time. Now you can see there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we'll just count how many full stops it is, or periods. So 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So it's actually now accelerated a lot. We just watch it now in real time. So they'll come and put it back on again. And they'll kick it off. See how much acceleration it gets? So that's what we can then go and do, just so that it actually can move its way up through the fortress. So we'll start to sort of build a elevator where it actually gets where it rises up through the various Z levels. So that will give us the acceleration to then go up. Which is ideal. So that actually is the method of acceleration that we're going to be using. So when it hits the ramp, it essentially is sort of it moves itself up onto the ramp without any change in its velocity, and then goes down the ramp and accelerates up a fair bit. And it is a fairly big acceleration. Now we could actually just start to sort of just build the whole thing, and just try to figure out what to then go and do with it. So yeah, that's possibly something we'll sort of try out, I think. In the meantime, let's just quickly go back up to F3 and come back down into the throne room. We do need to put that coffin in here, so just go back into constructions, furniture, burial. The gold sarcophagus gets placed into there, so that will be the Queen's. This is all for the Queen, because they've got the Queen sort of living with us. I'll have a quick look and see if what her requirements now are. So so we do have now a gem encrusted. She needs a royal mausoleum. She's got a grand mausoleum. So if we're close to that one through there, the bedroom, we still have a lot of needs for the various. She's got 1 chest and 2 cabinets. She needs 5, and she needs 10 chests. So we need to get more and more of these gold encrusted items to be placed around the place. We do have we've already got the royal throne room done. So the royal throne room is set, but everything else is just grand. So it's already high level. We also need to make a modest study for these two, for the captain of the guard and also for the dungeon master. So they're not quite satisfied with what they have. So yeah, this one's got that one has the modest study and needs an actual study. So the study is just too crappy. So I might even have a quick look at that one now. That was at F6, F7, F8. No, it's not one of those. It's in around here. There we go. This is their area. Now, we do actually have, this is their offices. If we have a quick look and see what they've got. Sure, is that their office there? Unnamed office. Yeah, there we go. So that's the office of the dungeon master. And then this is the office there. So if we have a quick look at the at these again, it is the office. It's the study that is the problem. And so everything else is satisfied except for this little area through here. So what we'll do is we'll just go and set up some more engraving on the ground. That will then just raise the value of these rooms, like what we've had to do in here, for example. So everything else is sort of working out okay. So that will then become their offices. And these actually are in charge of the dungeons and anything that's to do with justice. We actually don't have any justice problems, any open cases at this stage. That should change over time. Let's just go and have a quick look at the top of the fortress. Yeah, it is still open, so it's wide open for anything to come in. At this stage, everything else has been set up quite nicely. What are you doing outside here, Sev? Making rock crafts, hauling mudstone. Is this all mudstone? Yeah, it is. Don't know why you go outside to do that. Anyway, that's okay. Right, well, let's go and sparring. That's all okay. We'll just go back down again to our layer here. And now that we've actually got this one going, I think that what we'll do is just set up a loop. We'll figure out a loop to go down to the bottom and then come back up again. Now it can be set to, we can have it go, I think I'm going to have it actually go as a loop. So it sort of goes down through one lot and up through the other. So the elevator is going to have to come back up the other side. And if we have a quick look at that map again to see what it's actually doing in through here, to go back to the elevator. This one here, the impulse elevator there. It's got a down ramp there, which ultimately comes back up this way. So it goes up, comes out of that wall, and then around to here, goes up the ramp. There's a downward ramp there, and it just keeps on looping around. So it's essentially just the same pattern all the way around, like one after the other. And I think that would be worth testing to sort of see how we go. If we're looking for a 5x5 area, now the way down to the bottom of the fortress can literally just be a solid drop. We can actually just have the minecart just drop straight down and end up at the bottom of the fortress. Now, that's something we could just consider, I guess. So it could actually just come straight in from a dead drop all the way down, and then we have this one coming back up again. So let's go, and now that we've sort of just done our basics, I think we can now start to at least trying to figure things out. So and we'll have to test it, of course, but let's just go down to where we want this to sort of come in. Where do we want it to actually arrive? I guess we do want it to go fairly high up into the fortress. This probably is the right spot for it, to be honest. So this probably is where we ultimately need. So we can always just rebuild whatever else we have in through here. I think what I might do is take off, now that we know what's happening in through this other side, just go and get rid of this one through here. If we just go back to the roots, and I don't know if I can change that one there. So I've got a few wooden minecarts. I don't really want them throwing it, like moving it off at the time. Well, actually, I guess I can just leave it on a constant loop, and then we sort of get rid of that eventually. I mean, I can just deconstruct it. Yeah, maybe we'll just do that. Is it doing it? No, it's not going to do it. Okay, we'll just remove that one. Track stop. remove. That one's now been gotten rid of. And that one has as well. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, who's in there? Some peasant. Can't get off. In that case, what we'll do is we'll just go and get rid of all this stuff. So he happened to just get on there because that was the last instruction that we had. In fact, if we have a look at the track stops, I should have just ditched these. Actually, I'll just get rid of the whole thing. Will he get off? I don't know if he will. All right, let's go and remove this. Now someone's going to get hurt here. I might just not do that one there actually. I'll just go and remove those instructions. Just get rid of this one at the first. It's getting faster and faster and faster. And then we'll just get rid of this one here. So hopefully we don't stand on the actual track itself. This is where things can go badly wrong. So the acceleration here is really becoming like a weapon. And so you can actually weaponize your minecarts. The other thing we could do would be to put in I might just put another stop in. So we'll construct that as well. Track stop in here. Just out of church. Actually, do I need to change? I'm just going to do that again. Yeah, this one here. Now this is going to be full friction. Set the friction. So I do need to actually go and tell it what to do. Set the friction in auto dumping direction. So maximum friction. And then that should bring him to a stop. Oh, damn it. So she's now just been smashed by this. So she ended up standing on the road, and so what actually happened there is, if we have a bit of a look, we'll see the peasant Olin is fighting, and if we have a look to see what's actually going on with that, whoops, hang on. If we have a look at her, she's now going off. She's now injured because she's been hit by the minecart. So what happened here is, the tower cap minecart strikes the peasant in the left hand, and the injured part explodes into gore. An artery has been opened in the attack. The peasant's upper leg skids along the ground, but is deflected by the peasant's pigtail dress. The peasant slams into an obstacle. The peasant stands up and is no longer stunned. So essentially what we just saw there was it got smashed here while it was building and ended up being thrown against this wall, and then splatter of blood in through that side, and now she's wandering off to, she's not badly injured, but she is now injured. She may not be able to use that other arm. So she is just a peasant, so that's okay. Oh, here we go. This slowed right down because of the impact. Now, can we get this one done before he gets around? Hopefully. So we'll see what happens here. I should have left one of these track stops just to sort of stop the actual, to stop the flow before anything really sort of happened. So in this case, we're just going to go in and remove. Actually, we just need to do it this way. No, hang on, that's... There we go. All right, that'll do us. So that one stopped on its own accord anyway. So after hitting her, it actually slowed down enough that it just didn't have any more momentum. So it's so that's gone. Anyway, that's the trouble with these sorts of things. Now we're going to have one injured citizen. We might just have a look to see. Oh, this llama wall, that's okay. I'm just having a look at the different interruptions. Yeah, we need lignite. So llama wool is not really going to worry us. Someone will go and kill that one, so we don't have to need to even concern ourselves with it. So in this case, the we'll just stitch all of these different things and then sort of build our a track stop that comes from the bottom up into this position. So we'll sort of just do our construction. So we just only need to be like a little 5x5, and the track itself is only going to be in a little 3x3 area. So we'll might as well get that one started, I guess. So if we have a bit of a look to see what's going to happen, that's fine. That's not. So at that point, we need to be over here. So that one needs to be sort of over this in this area. No, that needs to be even further away. That's all good there. No, it's not. That's good there. So we do actually have like a little area there. Yep, so that area there is actually not bad for what we need to go and do, sort of. Even that area, I can still make use of it because this doesn't go anywhere. That was just for construction. So we're just doing this when we were constructing things. So this is an unused zone. Then we go straight down. And then we hit this, and again, this is just a mine, so I can actually just do whatever I want in here. So that layer is not affected by it. That is affected by it, so that we just need to then go and find another area. But this little area in here, ultimately, does give us a really nice way of doing this, I think. And what I might do is I might just go and set up a pattern. I don't know if I can do multiple Z layers for this. I think I can. Yeah, so Snuffy McGee saying, I'm glad I'm not the only one who has to consult the wiki for minecarts. Yeah, no, it can get pretty complicated. Hi, William Chapman, how you going? And Narcabot. So there'll be dwarf everywhere soon, yes. Well, we do actually have this one injured citizen who is now in the bed, unconscious, now just sort of sleeping it off. If we have a look at the health, and look at the treatment, diagnosis required at this stage. So one of the doctors, Syrian is a doctor, he's just coming in to assess the patient. So so Olin will then be evaluated. We might as well just look at this. I do love the way this one does work. So he's now just evaluated. If we look at the health, look at the treatment. So left hand needs cleaning, needs sutures, needs setting, needs dressing, needs immobilization. So so there'll be a whole lot of stuff that will now go off. Someone will come in with a bucket. And then wash it. So we've got the bucket of water there. She should now have been... Still needs cleaning. So the bucket's been brought in, but somebody has to come in and do the cleaning. There we go. Now, who's that? That is Cygnus, the clothier. So there's a lot of stuff that any of the dwarves can actually then go and do. So health, treatment. So now it just needs sutures, setting, dressing, and immobilization. Now, only doctors can do this. Go and grab the thread. So we'll see that this is now hauling yak hair thread. This is on to go and suture the wound. And if we now have a look at the health treatment, now needs to be set. So the wounds itself have now been so it's been smashed apart. So left hand and bone damage has been sutured at this stage. Moderate pain. Let's just keep it going. Pretty lucky actually that was only a wooden minecart. Could have been a lot worse. Are you a doctor? Yep. So what are we up to now? If we just go look at the health treatment. So just needs dressing and immobilization. Go and grab the, this will be another peasant with, will be hauling cloth. Alright, so health-wise now, treatment just needs immobilization now. Should be a cast. So this is Serion, the doctor. Oh, he's bringing the llama wool cloth. And is that now done? Health. Still needs immobilization. Yep, now bringing in the gypsum plaster to go and set it. And nope, still needs to be immobilized. What do you bring in this time? Hauling the bucket. So you've got the bucket full of water. Yep, tower cup bucket. So you've got new stuff in the bucket. And his job is to now go and apply the cast. So he's bringing the bucket down to the plaster. So he's got, at this location, we now have a plaster bag back and through here with gypsum plaster. We have some cloth and some thread. So we're just now going to come back in, set the actual what's in there. So we just go to health, treatment. So the treatment has now all been done. The wounding it's been sutured and now has been set as well. And if we have a look at her items, there will now be a plaster cast. So gypsum plaster left hand. I love how detailed this actually is. So we've got cloth wrapped around her hand. We've got a yak hair thread sewn into her hand, and the gypsum plaster cast around her as well. So and then her own tears. Yep. So a coating of Olin's dwarven tears on her right and left eyes. So she certainly was in pain. So that's where we are there. So that's now all been done. Move them off. Final Rabbit has ended a mandate. That's fine. Okay, well, let's continue on. So we now have 80 hostiles. Just double check that they're all below ground. And that's another big increase. You know what I might do is I might actually send the military out soon. We can let's just get a bit of a track sort of set up so we can sort of just do a few different layers. And I'm not sure of the best way to actually sort of set this one up for myself. I know I want to be in here to do it, which is under all of this. So that's going to be sort of where it ends up coming up through. Let's just build our patterning to sort of see what we have to then go and do. It's this little area in here that's going to be the issue. If we just go back in and I'll just put some markers on. And I'll just get a bit of a pattern so we can just sort of figure it out. So it's really just in that little 3x3 area that I'm going to be wanting to work, I think. Yeah, that'll work. So in the 3x3 area, we're going to be coming up from a corner. Is the way it's going to work. So just have a quick look at the pattern again back in the wiki. So it's literally coming. The track. If you look at it, goes from there and then up. That's a drop down. There's a ramp there. That's a down ramp, which means that's an up ramp. So it's up ramp, but then this one comes off this corner. So all of the accelerators come off the off one of the walls. So there's no ramp, so the ramp comes up and then hits that one there. So we don't actually have to have a ramp underneath it, is what this one's telling us. We just have to have the ramp leading to it. So as long as the ramp goes up to it, it will then accelerate. Right, let's just try this one here. So we'll just go and set it up so that we end up with exactly this essentially. So it's always coming from the outside middle as the accelerator, with the up ramp essentially being on that corner. So I'll do it in this same sort of loop. So it's a down ramp there. Let's go and try this one. So back to our fortress again. So the down ramp is going to be here. That's an up ramp. Just channel it down. So down ramp there, comes back up and around. Hang on, let's have another quick look and see. So we've got the that's a down ramp, down ramp, down ramp, down ramp. So it's essentially just got the now why is it two down ramps there? Oh, I think that's to give it a little bit of area through there. So essentially we just end up with an L shape all the way through. So we end up with the two down ramps are next to each other. So we'll just go back and do that ourselves. So they end up being next to each other. It then comes back up and around to here. So it's just the little L. So we don't have this. And so then the next one up, as it's sort of coming back up, will be here. So that one, we've got that one through there. Then this one will have the down ramp to then go and create the L shape. So it's going to be over the top of the two tracks. And then we have tracks leading up this way. So it's going to be down, 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 down. And then at that stage, we're then going to be, I won't use this layer here, but that's essentially going to be the looping of it. And so it's always just tracking its way around with the two down ramps. All right, so then we end up with it coming from, so it's always in the corner and at one end, so it'll be here. Yeah, so it does. The down ramp, if we just look at the down ramps actually then end up creating the loop that we needed. So I can just do it this way. I'll just keep it going through that layer as well. And this will be the way back up again. Then we actually have that one through there. So I don't want these. So I'll just go and remove that one. So we'll have to then have the track move off a different way there. So as long as it spirals up, like what we're seeing through here, we're okay. And then we just need to have the other two areas sort of then just dug off from the side here. So we've got the other two track actually sit directly over the tracks that were from above. So that's above, that's below. So if that's above, the below goes there. So we'll just go and put those in there, which now sits right over the top. And then that's sort of going to be sort of where we end up with it there. So they're going to have track, track, track. It just keeps on creating the L shape. It's a bit confusing. So it's leading in all the time. It's hypnotic actually, almost. Then we'll just make sure that we end up with a loop. Right, and at that point we then are just above that other layer, so we'll just keep that one going. So that's going to be, that should look like just an ongoing circle around everything, which is going to be fine. We might as well dig this out, I guess. Now the other one that leads back into this one is going to be coming from this side. Well, actually I can do it from any old side, so let's just go and dig it from this side here. So that will be essentially where the track is going to be coming back up. So I'll have it just go and use, that will be the elevator up all the way through, and so when it comes up to the very, very top, it's going to then end up hitting this area and then moving around this way. So that's going to be sort of where we end up with the loops. So it will accelerate and then accelerate down through here. Then we need to have it going this way again as well. So we're going to end up sort of down this way. Yeah, I've gone a bit over. And so with the track that we then actually have, it's going to then come from this point. It's going to be moving around that corner. And we then need to have it, well actually it then has to start to loop around again through here again as well. So we then end up with the same patterning above. Now where do we, I guess we could start from the bottom here and just figure out what we actually need to then be going and doing. So if we have a look at the, we'll build our own little loop back in through this other side here. So that's going to be tracked down through here. So we'll just go back in and channel down. So that will ultimately then come back up into here, and then we'll sort of move a different way back down into the fortress. So down into the bottom layers. So it's going to go down, and again, if we're trying to sort of value what's going to happen with this one, we're going to have down track through there. Now normally it would be like a loop, but it still doesn't matter because it's still going to do the same thing. So the track is going to come up from here, which means that the loop, how's it going to work? So it goes, when it goes down, it goes along and then down. So it needs to have two where it comes in. So it's going to have two, and then it's going to maybe even just sort of draw this one in a little bit. So it's going to be below there when it comes back down this way. Is that where we need to be? No, we're sort of off there, aren't we? I'll try to plan this out a bit better. So in this case, just going back into here again, I think I need to be here. So that will be above. That will then go down. That will then go down, and then come back down into the loop in this way. Down. It does want to do another loop at that stage. It wants to do a loop there. But let's just see how this one works. We can always then put another accelerator in here if we have to. So we'll see how that goes. As what we're doing. So that will then ultimately end up with it coming down each way. I hope that will then sort of work. I hope I've done that correctly. Now we've got the drop down. That doesn't seem to be right working. Just go back up to the other area. This is quite confusing. have we got those? Hang on, let's have a look again. It doesn't make sense. Well, it's just channels. All I've got to do is just dig channels. I don't even have to do the other bits because they're done anyway. Well, let's just get that dug and just see how it actually works. So I'll just go back in now to make it so that it goes from that mode into normal construction. And then all of these. Out of that mode there. All right, let's give that a go. Just see how this one works. So I don't think we need to do these at all. I think it's just the channeling. So let's just go and ditch those, I guess. I mean, I need those, but I don't need these because the channel is coming from above. I'll leave that one. Actually, no, I won't. Remove that as well. Because that gets rid of the channel that was there. And I don't know if we're supposed to keep that. See if we can figure it out. Yeah, maybe create a macro. Yeah, I think so. I think it would be a good idea. I'll just test it though. This doesn't go down too far, and we've got a long way down to the bottom of the fortress. So if this works, at least we'll be able to test it properly. We'll see how that goes. So I'll just undo the fortress. I don't know why the other one was done. Could not find a path. Okay, so Vinyl Rabbits imposed a ban on certain exports. That's not really a big problem. All right, that's fine. Just look at the time. Now, hang on. Why have we done that? I think they're all okay. I'll just let them continue on, and we'll fix it. We'll fix up any problem that we actually have. We're supposed to have another down area there as well. Just try it again. Oops, still got the marker on. Digging their way through. Then we'll just test it again. Once we've sort of got this one done. So they can reach all of these, which is good. What I think we might do is actually... Oh, here we go. This is our first Forgotten Beast, I think, in this fortress. Alright, so, just checking that everything is paused. The Forgotten Beast, Aspad Duskmurprax has come. A towering ankylosaurid with external ribs. It has a knobbly trunk and is bloated, and it has a bloated body. Its clear scales are blocky and close set. Beware its poisonous gas. Alright, so let's just go and click on OK and then pause straight away. Because where is this thing? This will be underground. So it has come through here somewhere. There it is. So that's it there. Alright, so we've got the 531 years old, healthy, description. Yep, so we're just seeing it through there. Extremely agile and rarely sick. Now, it's going to attack the zombies. So I'm glad we didn't actually set the zombies up. So this is not going to be something that we're going to need to worry about. But the zombies may actually kill it for all we know. You know, so it's unfortunately we're not going to be able to deal with it ourselves for a little while. But it should clear out this top layer. Let's just watch and see what actually happens. So it's smashing its way through to see if it's damaged at all. We just keep on having a look at its health and then description. Rear leg is now bruised from those attacks. And we can sort of see the damage that's actually happened in through there. Just get a bit of a feel for how fast this one is going to be. So the giant Olm corpse attacks the Forgotten Beast, but it jumps away. So again, the beast can jump. So the Forgotten Beast breathes a cloud of its boiling extract. So it boils as well as poisons. So the Forgotten Beast is caught in its own extract. Forgotten Beast bites the Olm in the upper body, tearing the muscles and shattering the ribs. The Olm bites the Forgotten Beast in the left leg, bruising the muscle. There's the bruise. The Forgotten Beast is caught in a cloud of its own boiling extract. The Forgotten Beast kicks the giant Olm corpse in the head, and the injured part collapses. It then still getting caught in its own boiling extract. The Forgotten Beast kicks the Dwarf corpse. Now this is the next one. Misses the Forgotten Beast. The Forgotten Beast kicks. So this boiling extract is going to be a problem. This is a big issue actually for us, because it doesn't matter what we do, we're going to get caught in it. But it's not actually hurting the Forgotten Beast, and sometimes it will. I mean, it probably isn't going to, because it's, you know, coming from it. If you just go and have a look at the the Dwarf has now sort of been mangled. Don't know if there's any other creatures. This giant cave swallow there, which is alive. But the gas that was around here is now dissipated. There it goes, a bit of gas that was left over there. It's now on its way through. Now, it can't reach us from under here. Might just follow it around. There we go. Poison gas again. Destroyed that one. So this will clear out a lot of the undead, which is what we were going to do anyway. Still healthy. So these are all zombie creatures. It's now injured. Let's look at its description. Left upper body is cut open. Its teeth are gone, so its teeth have been knocked out. So lower body is bruised, left rear foot is bruised. Okay, so I think that ultimately these zombies are going to probably end up killing it off, I would guess. It's having a harder time now. Okay, it's killed that one. So it can't bite anymore. It can still breathe out these this gas. I don't know, guys. What do you reckon? Do we send our guys out after it? I think the military will be able to take it on now. these zombies are having a hard, like it's having a hard time now against just individual zombies. It's very close to our fortress now. It's smashing certain things. The fact that its teeth are actually being smashed out is interesting. It's struggling a little bit. But there we go, there's our walls. So it is very close to where we are. There's our gate to go in, to get in. Well, that's the that's something we could do. We could open this all up. At the moment, these can't smash open doors, and God, I wish they would fix that. It's sort of something that's just been a problem with the game for a long period of time. I don't know if we've got anyone outside. I should really lock this off and have this as the only real entrance out. Let's just go and make that one passable. We'll lock that one. Will it come in if we make all of this open? What I might do is get the get our military outside. Almost want to invite it in and have a fight in here. I'll set the military out that side, and we'll see how it goes. Hi Thomas, how you going? So we've got the yeah, that one there is enough to secure it. I really should just put a block in that other side there. Let's go and open. Well, we can open this drawbridge. Not that it really. Actually, I'm just going to open that one up, make it passable, and we'll just go back to our squads, and we'll get them to station out here. Wait for them to all come out. Oh, hang on. These guys will want to come out this way. They want to go out and pick up the loot, which is not what we want them to do. Here comes the military. I think we'll send them out now. Yeah, there's a few of them. So we're pretty much all now set here. Oh God, what are they doing here? They've wandered off. Hauling tower cap logs. Okay, so they're coming out to get the logs, but they could have done this before. Why are they doing it now? Right when I need to be locking the fortress down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move all of these guys into this little room, and then we'll try to find that beast. So we think we will go out. I think we will move all of these guys into this little room, if we can do it. So let's just go across, get them to restation. Come on, move off that door. Let's move off that door. That's atomic ant. Another station order there. Nope, not going to do it. Try it there. Atomic Ant is... Oh, that's Zaradin. Is probably going off to get more food or something like that. That gives me a fair few of these. So I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2 of them are off getting sorted with other things. I think we're going to make that the group. So what we'll do is we'll now lock this door behind us. And we'll now open this door. And I'll just keep on giving them station orders. 36 hostiles. Now, what are you off to? That's Exik. Oh, it still actually knows that this is the station. Let's move the station out to here. Now, Forgotten Beast, where are you? Okay, we've got our whale armor. It's now the full moon. Let's go through all of these. Why are we doing stuff there? Impassable. I'm not sure what that would be. We'll have to see if there's more stuff that comes in through there, I think. All right, so let's move off now and chase this Forgotten Beast down. It's all in the lower layer. There's just heaps of them. God, I just missed it. Went past it. Right, so we've got one group of citizens is stranded. That's going to be our group outside here, which is fine. So that's the stranded citizen warning. He was around, but he's on his own now on this layer. So we just need to find him. So let's just go back to the others. And just find him in this list. And we'll do an attack and see if we can kill him off. There he is. He's not that far away. All right, so we'll set him up as we'll do a kill order here. So kill Aspad. So we'll send our group off. Let's have a look and see what this guy is now. He's now injured. Health. Okay, so he has the upper body is cut open, upper body is dented, upper body is bruised. So we've now got a bit of an advantage against him in this area, and it may be that we end up being able to secure all of this because he's now cleaned out all of the undead. He's got scarring. Denting is basically scarring. So his trunk is fractured. Yeah, so he's already in a bad way. So we are literally just over here somewhere. We're literally just up or down. Where are we? Must be up. No? So he's right there. Oh, we're up here. Okay, let's see what we can do with this. Hopefully they can all move at around about the same speed. So we'll just watch as these guys actually sort of move across and up into... Oh, here we go. So the first one is Fistfire. So Fistfire has actually come back in. We'll actually look at this one through here. So we'll do this one in a bit of depth. This will be a important one. So who do we have at this point in time? We've got is it already now taken some big damage there from Fistfire. If we have a look at Fistfire, it's So the Swords Dwarf slashes the Forgotten Beast in the upper body with a steel short sword, tearing the scale. The Forgotten Beast misses the Swords Dwarf. Fistfire yells out, "I have a part in this. There is no need to feel vengeful." The Forgotten Beast misses the Swords Dwarf. The Swords Dwarf scratches Forgotten Beast in the right leg, tearing the fat and bruising the muscle. Now, that doesn't cause the bleeding, I don't think. Now, we've got this boiling extract. It's going to be interesting to see what this actually does to our dwarves. So Fistfire is the first one in. Then we actually have Dragster coming in now as well. I don't think these will have nothing happening in there just yet. Klingzog coming back up this way. No announcements there as well. And then we just have we'd probably be able to look at it from Aspad's perspective. So that's the last of it when it was actually killing the others. So it misses a Swords Dwarf. It's caught in its own extract. So it's going to be interesting to sort of see what it does happen here. Let's just go and watch a little bit more. I'll just press the period key. Now the extract is now moving around. It hasn't actually hit any of our door. Now it has. Right, now we have a big problem here with the... if we jumped out of the way. Let's have a look at it again from Fistfire's perspective. So the Forgotten Beast charges a Swords Dwarf but jumps away. So they've swapped spots. Slashes the Forgotten Beast in the right foot with her steel short sword, fracturing the bone. Artery's been opened to the attacker mode and has been severed. So this is actually good stuff. So we're now going after the big Forgotten Beast. Forgotten Beast, again, we've got the others will now start to sort of come back in. Now, unfortunately, we only get to see Swords Dwarf. It doesn't actually give us the names. I wish it would, actually. That'd be good if it did. So Swords Dwarf is all we're seeing through here. So I think that Fistfire is going to end up being the one. There we go. Fistfire saying, "Go, go, go." It looks like I'm really going to get banned today. Maybe, because I think it's now targeting you. The others are still some distance away. We do actually have Klingzog and Dragster coming in. Let's just press the... Now that one is jumped. It's charged in again. And I don't know if the others have actually sort of been able to get back in there. Charges, jumps away. That's all we've actually got there at this stage. Now the others are here, so they're now dodging around and moving around. The all of the extract has now gone away at this stage. So there's more extract. So it's just starting. The big extract is now just starting to sort of show up in through this other side. If we go and have a look at the others, still healthy. So charges, jumps away, attacks, stabs the Forgotten Beast in the left foot with the steel short, chipping the bone. Tendon has been torn. It's going to take a long time to bring this one down, but we'll just see what actually happens with the extract. Like that's a lot of extract right there. It's now heavily bleeding and injured. If we have a look at its description. Oh, and here we go. If we have a look at the status, inability to stand has been lost. So the damage done to its foot is now fairly extensive. If we have a look at its perspective, so it's actually just the Swords Dwarf is all we're really looking at through here. So it jumps away. The Swords Dwarf stabs it, and so this is Fistfire stabs the Forgotten Beast, chipping the bone. Force pulls the rear leg, and the Forgotten Beast now falls over. It's now been caught in its own extract a couple of times. And then the Forgotten Beast misses the Hammer Dwarf. So now it's going after... The Hammer Dwarf is Klingzog. So Klingzog... I wish it would say the names. At this stage, Fistfire is Swords Dwarf, Klingzog is Hammer Dwarf, and Dragster is Mace Dwarf. And then we've got others coming. We've got Militia Commander, Atomic Ant coming in as well. Another... this is Wrestler. So we'll see those different names. Let's just push it forward a little bit. Now, the extract just actually hit Klingzog. Or Dragster, actually. No, it didn't actually do anything there. Klingzog is... misses a Hammer Dwarf, bashes a Forgotten Beast in the upper body, bruising the muscle. The Hammer Dwarf is caught in a burst of the extract. So what's going to happen there is, we don't know just yet. Health-wise... Now he's got his first finger left hand is broken. His first finger left hand is smashed open. His neck is dented. That may be from old attacks, maybe, because we're not seeing any damage done here. It's just the extract, unless the extract does stuff, which it could very well happen. So we do actually have. It's saying healthy though. So I'm thinking that Klingzog is just that may just be an old injury, because Klingzog was in the fights a lot back in the early days. So Joshua was saying, it always happens to me. Thankfully, I'm 3,000 log situation, so they have done this to me for a while. I'm not sure what that was related to. Anyway, let's continue on. So we'll just keep on until we start to see more movement. Now, Klingzog was certainly caught in that extract for a long period of time. They're all now smashing it in. Let's have a look and see what's happening with Klingzog. Misses. Yep, so bruising the muscle. Misses. We only had the one extract in through there, which was lucky. Right foot, again, fracturing the bone. So we are bringing this thing down. Like, this thing is now on its side. If we have a look at its journey through to here. So it's got the... it's getting caught in its own extract all the time. So Mace Dwarf smashes it. That's Dragster, I think. Swords Dwarf, lower body. Bashes the Forgotten Beast in the upper body with Steel Mace, bruising that's the Mace Dwarf again. Swords Dwarf. Hammer Dwarf, that's Klingzog. Back into here, fracturing the bone again. So they're sort of smashing their way through. We now actually have Dragster, Klingzog, Atomic Ant, and the Fistfire back into this other side. Let's see who gets the kill, because I think that this is now going to be over and done with fairly fast. There's the extract again being pushed out. Extract is now being pushed across to Dragster, and so we have the. So if we have a look at Dragster's, got caught in the extract. Have a quick look and see if there's any other damage done to this one here. If we go to health and description, no, that seems to be okay. So I think we're sort of doing all right. I don't know if the armor that we have is protecting us from this extract. We'll find out, I guess, soon enough. Others are now moving in. More extract, and now we have a lot of them are now sort of in here thumping away at the actual Forgotten Beast. Not seeing any blood. Actually, now we are. Actually, that's the Forgotten Beast blood down through that side. It's now winded, heavy bleeding and injured. So if we have a look at the health again, cannot breathe. So it's now look at all the damage that these guys have done. So they're just absolutely smashing it. So I think in this case, we're really not going to have much that we have to concern ourselves with. I think what I'll do is I will actually bring I'll bring this one in for... Oh, hang on, no. We have to be very careful about this becoming back as an undead. So I was thinking we could actually bring it back into the fortress. Maybe we don't. Lower spine is broken. Yeah, so we're absolutely smashing it now. Upper spine is fractured. So it's really not going to be able to do much from this point forward. I might just let them actually go and kill it. Got its guts now on the ground. There we go. So we've now actually destroyed it. So this is so it's now been mangled. Let's see who got the kill. So this is Supreme Plague. Nothing there about smashing it in the head. It'll be the headshots that will be the important thing. And we'll just go and check on the health of these guys as well. Forgotten Beast stabs a Forgotten Beast in the right foot, so it's not that one. There's no one else there. Klingzog. Leg shots. Began. So it does actually get to smash the Forgotten Beast with a steel mace. Again, just in the upper body, so doing damage in through there, but not enough to kill it. Atomic Ant kicks, scratches in the head, tearing the muscle, but not enough to kill it. Who gets the kill? So Atomic Ant there. Fistfire. So, right foot. So still not the headshots. It has smashed the left foot, and it did actually sever the foot. All right, so a lot of fighting there from fistfire. I don't know who got the I think I've still got more of them up into here. This is Exic. Slashes in the head, so that's the head shot, but it's still not enough to kill it. And who have we got over here? Dragster. I don't know. Actually, what we'll have to do is maybe just go to each of these and just go and have a look at military with kills. Here are zombies. Nothing there for William Chapman. "12 kills, just different zombies." Nothing there. Who's going to get the reward for this one? Okay, oh, there we go. So this is Atomic Ant. Actually, the militia commander gets it's got 20 other kills plus 3 notable kills, including the Forgotten Beast. So that's the killing blow was from this one through here, which didn't make sense. Only scratches, tearing the muscle. Oh, here we go. Bruising the muscle and fracturing the skull, and then scratches uses its hand to do some more damage in through there. So that's a big notable kill there for that one there. Now we have one group that's stranded. We no longer have anyone on this layer. This layer is sort of open to us, but this thing's probably going to come back to life, I would guess. So we want to sort of be away from that one. It's going to be 3 times as strong as what it was. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to go and they've now finished off what they're doing. Let's just go and open this one up. The group, oh no, they're no longer stranded. All right, is that the last one out? Let's just lock this door. Yep, that was it. We got it there just before everyone else wanted to go out and start to pick things up. So we do actually have all of this food, now Forgotten Beast food, that we could actually make use of. None of them are actually injured as such, even though they were in the extract, so that was actually a bit lucky. There's been no ill effects, I don't think. Fistfire, who got in it most of the time? It was Klingzog. And again, we've just got this, his first finger left hand is broken, his first finger left hand is smashed open, his neck is dented. Right ear is gone. This is all from old attacks. But there's no treatment schedule there. All right. We're going back up to sparring practice, so they're sort of now done with what they're doing. We can now lock this door as well. Well, we have now sort of got the other one cleared out, so that's actually all good. And nothing else to do. That was good. Okay, that was a cool little... I'm glad that our guys actually managed to do the attack. They're really, really strong. I think next session we might actually go and do do something different with them. So we now actually have this looping area all the way down. So now it's time to go back and try to build this again. Now I think, do I need to smooth out the rock? Let's just go and get a little portion of it done. So in this stage they come back up through there. Not sure why we can't get to that. Open space. The loop didn't actually work there, like the channel down. Just do a ramp. So it doesn't have access to that position. So it does have access up to here. That's an open space which leads down. That goes up to there. Oh, we've screwed this up a little bit. What's happened there? Upward slope to there. That should have been an upward slope as well. Well, I think we're going to have to just build that one again as well. So we get the two slopes there. That will then get us into this position. And give us access to this one. And then that should have been a slope there. I'll have to wait till this one to be built. I don't think we can actually do those two slopes there. Oh no, we can. And with that, they should be able to then figure out how to get to here now. Nope, still can't access that one just yet. Right, we'll see how that one goes, just with them sort of building those. And we might even start the actual loop of just sort of seeing how this one can actually then go and work with the with everything we need. Just go to the bottom of this loop. Try to figure it out. Okay. So Syrian's saying, Daz in chat, hope the Friday Fortress has been going well so far. Yeah, no, we've actually slaughtered a forgotten beast with our military, which was good going. Haven't done that for a long time, actually. I've always used traps to do it, but our military is so strong. Could even send them off, you know, to do something else at this point in time. Have them raid, for example. Might do that one next. I've got to get going actually in a minute, so I've got a stream over on the Slytherin channel coming up fairly soon, in about an hour's time, so I just wanted to have a bit of a break before I sort of go off and do that one. So we do actually have, we do actually have a human tower there, which we're at peace with. That one we're at war with. The human tower of words pigs. So, yeah, you've got different things you can do through here. We've got raid, pillage, openly attack, raise, openly attack and destroy the site. Demand ongoing tribute, conquer and occupy. And again, we don't want to have our military leave. So I'm thinking raids. Just squads will try to avoid detection. Have all of these things going. Let's just see what we end up getting, I guess. I don't know if I'll do it just yet. So they can go. I don't have to do it, but I might do it actually. So, Words Pigs is saying, is that a Aussie genus-born reference or niece-bone? I'm not sure. I don't. These are all just random, of course. But anyway, let's go and do that. This is actually a necromancer tower. So let's openly attack it. So our guys will. It's only a half a day's travel, so they'll be gone. They'll be there and gone fairly fast. So we'll see how they go. So they're just freshly back from that big slaughter. Let's go and watch them. So we'll just go to the militia commander. I'll come back and I'll have to do the rest of that next week, I think, the other one. We have a bit of a look to see the commander here. If we just go back across. In fact, I can just do it through the nobles. Atomic Ant. No, I can't actually grab him. So we'll watch Atomic Ant. They should just go and get their equipment. Yep, so they get stocks ready to go on the raid. Then they leave. Off they go. So they'll now all just move off to the edge of the map to go and do the attack. They're all getting a bit sick from being outside. Others are going back home. And off they go. So we'll see what actually happens with those. Might check that one out. Yeah, this minecart. I'll just go and resume construction there. They should be able to move that minecart down to there. And we'll wait until they come back, and then I'll have to stop, and we'll just sort of watch what actually happens in through here. So the so our guys will be moving up to Words Pigs in through that side. So they're already now raiding it. We should get a message that when they come back in. See if there's anything else that we need to concern ourselves with. Go back up to F1 again. Bit of snow outside. The raid should come back fairly fast. Here we go. They've arrived back home again. Here comes Began. You got any loot? Dwarven wine flask, but not carrying anything. So steel mace. Looks like they're all coming back in now. So we'll see what they bring back. Yeah, they're going off to combat training. Again, no items in through here. Just their food that they left with. Yes, we've got Began, Supreme Plague, Klingzog, feeling a bit ill, dizzy. Atomic Ant. Does Atomic Ant have anything? A bit stressed. But did you pick anything else up? So we've done a raid. Looks like we didn't get anything. Nothing to show for it. Let's just follow this one back in. Now, did we lose anyone? Yes, we did. Who was that? Fistfire's still on their way back. William Chapman's still on their way back. Who was position 8? I can't remember who that was. We need to reassign someone. All right, so we have lost one. I wonder who that was. next dwarf there, Olin. It's just a peasant as well. Peasants are fine for these sorts of things. There's a competent spear dwarf, novice shield user. The shield and armor is sort of what we want. Actually, that one there, Zon, competent spear dwarf. Right, so we'll get whoever the replacement was for. I'm just trying to think who it was. We've got Spring Plague, Vegan Elephant Man, Dragster. I can't think of who it was. Anyway, that's we've lost one. If we knew who it was, we could do some banning. So coming back into the fortress. Oh, that's interesting. Looks like Atomic Ant has lost the armor. Yeah, she didn't have any armor on. Who knows? What happens on raids stays on raids. Yeah, there she goes. She's now picking up the equipment again. Actually, a lot of the guys are coming back in to re-equip themselves. So it looks like that was a bit of an unsuccessful raid. So not great. Just going to go and chill out now. Well, guys, I'm going to have to call it quits today. So I'll leave it here. So thanks for watching. I might just leave it. Where should I leave it? I'll leave it just with the minecarts again, I guess, for next time. Just so I know that this is really what we're trying to sort out. You know, we do actually have that one through there. We do need to get the channel this way as well. I'll just quickly go and tell it that that's what we're trying to do. Yep, so now it can do it. All right, I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.